Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cold
Oh.
Brew Cast. You're here with your constant co-hosts, Matty J, Drake G, and Colton D. What's going on?
What up?
Howdy.
Oh, it's another week.
Another week.
Actually, sorry everybody about that.
Okay.
2 weeks, but it's fine.
That's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. So I'm going to start off with something that our fans probably aren't super in tune with, which is what we were just talking about, which is the Drake versus Kendrick situation. For anyone who doesn't know, essentially, they're two rappers. Drake is probably the biggest rapper in the world right now. Kendrick is like one of the most lyrically skilled rappers in the world, I would say, at the moment. That might be personal opinion, but it is what it is. They're going at each other's throats with diss tracks, and it started with Drake kind of dissing Kendrick and has funneled into a crazy spiral. And I just wanted to touch on it because it's super hot right now, and I'm very invested, and I've been watching a lot of videos on it. Like, I've probably heard both diss tracks like 700 times in the last 2 days. So yeah, and I just think Kendrick is winning, and that's kind of my only opinion.
This is a pretty big come at us in the comments moment because there's some pretty divisive behavior from Drake fans. So I think we're gonna wear it in the comments.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I've only just been introduced to the circumstance, so I am on the entire opposite side of that spectrum. In terms of being in terms of understanding, but the from the two tracks that I've heard, oh Drakey boy, not our Drake obviously, but oh Drakey boy.
I'm smart enough to know to not beef with Kendrick Lamar.
That's valid.
It is. That's facts. Drakey boy, you gotta get better.
I wholeheartedly just Kendrick is just better. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. I'm curious if any of our fans even like keep up with this sort of thing.
Yeah,
definitely come at us in the comments.
Yeah,
definitely come at us in the comments because we. I feel like you should comment who, if you don't mind, your favorite rappers between Kendrick and Drake. I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like it's a Kendi win. Like it's a 70-30 split right now, maybe even 80-20 to Kendrick. Honestly, for the dub there, we'll see what happens because you can't just diss track each other forever. Like it's going to come to its sort of cycle or fruition. And right now it's big odds for Kendrick on the W, and it's court of public opinion, but still.
Yeah, because like Drake released the first song and it was okay, and then Kendrick released his first diss and it was like way better, and then Kendrick released a second diss and it was decent, and then Drake released a second diss and it was the same as the first one but worse. And I'm like, well, you might be the most recent, but that doesn't give you the dub. Like, eventually Kendrick's just going to walk away because you're just going to keep calling him short, and he's going to keep bringing up your children that you don't take care of. But like it's kind of rough for you, bud.
Facts. That's comical, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you say what would you say out of all, well, sort of 4 tracks, out of all 4 tracks, which is your favorite?
The first Kendrick diss. The one that we listened to? Yeah. I actually
check that out if you haven't, listeners, and let us know what you think.
I added it to my playlist as soon as I heard it because I was like, this is good. Like,
I actually might drop a little Addy to the playlist too. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of hits. It just goes so hard. The triple beat change too, Drake, you pointed that out. I'm not stealing that from you. Shout out to Drake G. But that triple beat change is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yes. It's good. This is very
what
good.
What else happened in your week this week, Colton D?
Oh, but
and last week.
And last week. Gentle.
Tell us why we didn't record last week.
Please.
For great reasons.
Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah. So last week was my annual basketball tournament. It's an alumni tournament at my old high school. We kind of get together with like people from the ages of current high school to like 50 plus years old, and we all play basketball, and it was pretty awesome. I lost every single game, which is fine. I kind of expected it. We're going into it with a good looking team, and then as like during the lead up to the weekend, our two best players got injured and they didn't play. And instead of like adjusting the teams accordingly, they were just like, sucks to be you guys. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'll still go and have fun, but I don't expect anything. And it was funny because like you could tell that like organized basketball compared to pickup you play to 11, and organized basketball you play for 40 minutes. And you could tell that everyone on my team was a pickup basketball player, because for the first quarter, which is 10 minutes, we were destroying every single team. Like the best team in the tournament, the team that won, we were up 20-4 in the first 10 minutes. But longevity killed us, and we ended up losing by like 20 to them, because by the fourth quarter, none of us could do anything, and they were just kind of stomping us.
I mean, shout out to you guys though for being technically skilled.
Very
much so. There's some good takeaways.
If we had a full size team and we had our big guys, because the thing is, like, I was the tallest guy on my team, and I'm like 6'1", and like there was a team there that had two dudes who are like 6'3", 6'4" plus, and they're very athletic. So like we really had to fight for rebounds, and that tired us out. If we had dudes who were just like casually jumping up and grabbing the rebounds for us, it would have been a lot better for our stamina, and we probably could have pulled out some wins. But it was super fun. I played defense. Like I was like, I think I was one of our top scorers for one of the games. Like they announced a bunch of stuff on Instagram because they were doing like live announcements throughout the weekend, and I was one of the top scorers for one of the games. But during the last game, man. So in basketball, there's this thing called a zone, and it's like just defensive setup. So like you have 3 people under the basket and 2 people up at the like 3-point line, if that makes sense for anybody who's listening or you guys. I don't really know. But basically like the fast guys guard the shots, and then the slow big guys stay down low, and anyone who beats the fast guy and comes in for like a layup meets the slow guy, and you know, you try to defend him as best you can. When I was in the center paint on defense, I felt like high school me again. Because, like, I don't think anybody scored on me. I don't think a single person hit a layup on me. Like, I was just killing them in the paint. So it made it a lot more competitive, but it did not. It clearly didn't pull out any dubs. But so that was my last weekend and where I was. It was fun, super fun.
That's actually dope, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm just happy you had fun, because I know didn't that feller, I won't say his name, I do remember it, I believe, but he tore his calf or something crazy.
Oh, yeah, he played this year. Oh, no. You're talking about, I mean, like, it's not a dox to say his name because it's a very generic name. Yeah,
true.
Chad was like our center that we were supposed to have, and he's like a 6'5", like 46-year-old ex-university player, still coaches all the time, still plays, like apparently one of the best players in the tournament, and he tore his calf like 3 days prior. So he just was out, and he will be out, because that's what happens when you play high intensity sports at 46 years old. You're not going to avoid getting injured forever. And if we had him, we probably would have won the whole tournament, realistically, because he would have changed so much, like defensively and like just everything. He would have been such a key thing for us. But better luck next year. I don't know. The same team wins every year. The same team has won for the last 10 years. And my goal is to dethrone them. Last year, we came in second, my team, and we were 4 points away from beating the team that always wins, and we would have taken the whole tournament from them. So I believe,
organizers? That seems suspicious.
yeah, right. I
I'll
believe
say
that
it.
we have the capability to beat them someday, for sure, depending on how we organize our teams and stuff. His team was pretty stacked this year. I'm not gonna lie. They were not in trouble against any of the teams really. But yeah, it was good. It was great. So that was my last week. You guys go ahead.
Okay.
I haven't decided if I want to talk about my this week yet or not. And
Yeah.
if I do, it's gonna be like,
you got to let that sit for a little bit.
no, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, game over now. But like, I just don't know how much detail I want to give. So
That's got to really think that one through. How was your week, Drake?
My week has been good. Last week was also good. This week's definitely a little bit more stressful, but it is what it is. Last week I celebrated Morgan's birthday. Her birthday was on Tuesday.
Hit the birthday.
Tuesday. But we did stuff
Tuesday.
last Sunday. We were special teams, special plays, and special players.
Facts. And with the 247th pick,
bud,
the Drake G celebrates the birthday.
Hell yeah.
That was a terrible impression.
That's fine. Yeah, great time. We went out to did a short little hike that leads to a waterfall. That was really nice. It's in like really, really nice weather last weekend. Had a patio beer, which was great.
Oh, we love a patio beer.
Yeah. Always here to sit on a patio in the sun and drink beer.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Are you coming home for the summer other than for D&D weekend?
Yeah, I hope to. The restaurants closed the first week of July. It's like right after Canada Day.
It's a weird time to close.
Well, they do it twice a year. They do it after. They do it for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just after New Year's and just after Canada Day, because they don't want to take breaks, so we all get to take breaks.
That's nice. Really nice. That's honestly decent.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it so much. It's very much appreciated. So yeah, so I'm hoping to be down at some point that first week of July, like between the 1st and the 10th. I don't know exactly how long I'll be down, but like that spacing I'm planning on.
Okay, cool. Because we have to carry on the tradition of Halifax waterfront patio beer.
Yeah, we have to go to the Stubborn Goat Beer Garden.
Yeah.
Spend way too much money on not great beer.
100%.
And
I'm also
I'm
also down to change the venue, but it has to be a patio and there has to be beer.
Nah, it's got to be a Stubborn Goat. Like,
okay, got you.
It's just a quintessential
$13 a pint. Yeah.
Yeah. Plastic cup.
Yeah. Not a big deal, really.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
But yeah.
I want, with the meta changing around beer gardens and them being such a prevalent thing now in Canada, I want the beer garden scene to change the way that we look at liquor laws, and I want them to let us open carry beer in plastic cups places that we want to go, like on the streets.
Yeah,
open carry a gun.
So
not a gun. Not a gun. Not a gun.
Walking into the beer garden. Give me the beer.
I'll get back to my week in a moment, but like there's some in Toronto, there's a brewery that I love called Bellwoods. And because Ontario liquor laws are definitely quite a bit different than like the Maritimes as a whole. There's a park like maybe a 10-minute walk from the brewery, and the park itself has like an open alcohol law, so that you can buy their beer. You can go to the park and
buy beer at a park.
Yeah,
that's lit.
Yeah,
actually, there might be a little shop like that in what's that little spot? It's up here in Dartmouth. That where like the locks. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Nine Locks?
No, it's
The
this
brewery?
place. No. It's the place that I think the Nine Locks Brewery is named after.
Oh, I don't
But
know.
there's this little pop-up taco stand, Drake, and I forgot to tell you the last time I was thinking about it. But there's a pop-up taco stand. We need to go if you come down.
Oh yeah.
But they also sell beer, or we're planning to, I think,
Oh, okay.
which would be lit.
But
yeah,
to clarify, they don't
lit.
sell beer in the park, but you can like buy beer from the brewery, take it out to this park, and drink it there legally.
Where is this?
Which is really neat. In Toronto. Bellwoods.
Gotcha.
Bellwoods Brewing.
Okay, cool.
It's super, super neat. And I think more places should adopt stuff like that. Like, realistically, I mean, it feels weird because I'm like, Toronto obviously definitely has a higher crime rate probably than Halifax. But I'm like, why not make the Commons that?
Yeah.
Because people are doing it anyways. Like, realistically.
Oh, yeah.
You see anybody with a water bottle in the Commons that's above the age of like 17, and it's probably booze.
Oh hell yeah!
Lamb and vodka and Gatorade.
Oh yeah,
all day long.
Like, why not?
Yeah, Bellwoods is actually
it.
pretty close to center of town. I might see if the boys want to go.
Oh, you should go to Bellwoods.
When
it's incredible.
Yeah, because we're looking for a few things to do on the Blink trip. Because we've got Thursday concert, and then we've got Friday and Saturday and most of Sunday morning in Toronto. So yeah, that might be a decent
I can give
idea.
you some recos for beer and food if you want.
Yeah, good food. Not terribly priced, but like
I can give you some like reasonable.
We're down to spend a little cash though too. You know what I mean? Like it's not like we might eat cheap for the first 2 meals and then do like a big meal every day, like a fancy place every day kind of thing.
Yeah, I got some recos for you for sure.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that huge, honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to your week. I interjected.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, birthday, hike, patio. We went to a plant nursery.
That's actually fun.
Big plant household. So many plants in this house, and there's more. I think we got 5 this week. Because I got her one for her birthday. One of her friends got her one for her birthday. She bought 2. And maybe somebody else gifted her another one. I think.
Cool.
Nice.
There's a lot of plants. A lot of plants in this house.
What kind of plants? What kind of plants are the go-to plants? Everything?
I'm not knowledgeable in this kind of sense. Like, I am becoming an educated person, but like
ferns, succulents.
There's some succulents. I know there's a couple of varieties. I know we have a string of pearls. I know we have
Monstravias or whatever they are.
That was close.
Monstera.
Monstera.
I know about a Monstera.
Monstera roulette. That's an inside joke. So sorry to all the listeners. Actually, Devin would get that. But
Devin would know. Yeah. Devin would know. He was
Shout out super fan Devin.
He would know.
Classic guy. Good fella.
Yeah, work's been working. Things have just like this week has been a little bit not chaotic, just kind of like stress is building because the reason why we're recording today, you won't know what day it is when we're recording. For you, it could be Tuesday. It could be Sunday.
Tuesday.
But we've just been like big prepping for Cinco de Mayo, which is happening tomorrow.
Sweet.
I'm gonna actually pull up and just eat all of them, all of the tacos.
Dude, we should drive. We should drive for Cinco de Mayo.
Well,
just like bust in the door, and be like, taco.
I think they're already booked up.
Oh, we were full 3 weeks ago.
So here's
that's
the
actually
thing, right?
sick, though.
Yeah,
that's
come
actually
up,
good for you guys.
One of the families is going in. I walk up to them, pay them $1,000, tell them to go back to their car, and I come to you guys. I'm like, I know there's an opening now.
Be like, yes, I am. What you get the names of the people and be like, hello, I am this party.
My name,
Jeff.
Jeff.
All that we realistically though, think about it this way. All you have to do is go up to the door, give a random generic last name, hope that you're on the list. So I'll go like Smith first. And then if I don't get in, I'll piece. And then you come up and then you say Jones. And then we'll bring Riss. And if you don't
we're
get
bringing
in,
like 50 costumes with us as well.
exactly, so that we can kind of shapeshift a little bit. Yeah. Not a
My
big
name's
deal.
Squilliam.
Hello, my name is William Willius Smith Jones the Third.
And they're like, you're on the list.
Imagine.
I should do, man. If I could have pre-planned, I would have like alias emailed and made a reservation under that name. But yeah, we've got 100 people coming tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Hot.
What's that, like 400 tacos, 500 tacos?
Yeah, about that. So like just as a like average note, like right now, like a busy Friday or Saturday is somewhere around like 55 to 60 people in reservations. And that's a service that runs from 5 until 9 p.m.
Tuesday.
So we're doing double that.
That's actually insane.
In just over like with an extra like hour and a half of time, I think. Because we're typically not open on Sundays, but because Cinco de Mayo is such a big deal for 11th Mile, like it doesn't matter what day of the week it falls on, they do it. So tomorrow we're open from 11:30 until 6, I think.
Was that on?
So what you're saying is when you come home, you'll have all sorts of energy and we'll play video games directly after.
No, I'm going to be dead. Probably drunk because they do have like an after party when it's all done. Like we have margaritas and other cocktails and eat tacos as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So yeah.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Listen, we can get there in 3 hours and 58 minutes.
It's not far.
We can beat that if you run red lights like you do.
Mother.
There's not that many red lights on the way. I gotta be honest.
Don't you dare kick me. If you kick me from this call.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cold Brewcast. You're here with your constant co-hosts.
You'd have to make detours to
the only thing. It's the only thing that I have is to remove you from this chat now.
We'll get lost and then he'll run reds. I've only like 20 McDonald's.
I barely ran a red once, everybody. Just for the record. Barely. I will use the yellow light. I use the yellow.
Barely. Woo! Straight through. Barely.
The one time I will concede. The one time I will concede. Yes, I ran that red light. I did. You're gonna tell me you haven't ran a red light or a stop sign in your life, bro? Are we gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me? Are we gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that you've never ran a red light? That you've never bip bop bippity boop the stop sign?
Stop sign ever. I've ran one stop sign ever, and I can remember it to this day.
When you
drive, because I was in a new area.
You drive your half?
Like, oh, that was a stop sign.
Yeah,
when you drive your half, are you gonna run any stop signs? We'll get there faster if you do.
Sure. Yeah, I will.
The road, like you're on the Bedford Highway, and you like go up the hill to get to Lincoln. Like, you know that like I can't remember what the road's called.
Kearney Lake.
No, it's like the one where there's like a bunch of stop signs.
Bayview.
Yeah, Bayview. You go up Bayview. Yeah. I absolutely one night. I think I was either coming to see Devin and I just was like zoned out, and I was just like driving up the road, and I was like, there's like 3 stop signs through that road before you get to that set of lights on Dutch Village.
Yeah.
And I got to the second stop sign, and I was like, oh, I didn't stop at all for the first one.
That's comical.
Lacewood is where you come out at.
Yeah, but you turn Dutch Village. Is it? Oh, I guess it is. It is Lacewood that turns into Dutch Village.
Yeah. Dutch Village.
Yes, short answer is everybody gets a little grace when they drive. Yeah, but all good.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. his was in the middle of the night on a road where they have 2 random stop signs in the middle of nowhere just because there's a 3-way intersection from like a residential area. Yours was
Pretty sure it was by the shopping center.
It was by the shopping center, and then the second one was underneath of an overpass for a highway in a very busy area.
So
oh shit!
now that you're here with your constant co-hosts, Matty J and Drake G, we just wanted to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes,
And I was scared.
We brought you in. The editing is perfect. We didn't edit. We didn't edit any of that for the record.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
yeah, just prepping for Cinco and all that stuff. Just
nice.
long week, but it's been decent-ish. Yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, not much else. Oh, our new roommate is like kind of moved in. It's taken. It's been a process, but that's okay.
What is their full government name and their social media?
I don't know that, and I also don't know that.
I don't know that, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Know her first name, and that's it.
10-4.
I know that she's been to the house because there's a bed in the room that she has, but it's not built.
A pre-built bed or an unbuilt bed. Sorry. Yeah. Nice. That's all you need.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Beyond that, haven't seen her. Haven't talked to her since she did the viewing. Well, I mean, we've like been text conversations about stuff, but like I have not seen her in person in almost 2 months.
Impressive.
She's paid rent. That's really all I care about.
Moving up.
So I'll see her at some point, maybe.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Fun.
We like that.
Spaghetti.
We'll hear her in the background while we play video games sometime.
It's possible. Sure. Yeah, one of these days. She's a 9 to 5-er, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
A normal person.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's weird.
Did you? Huh? Is that an Apple Pen?
Yeah. Good recall.
Apple Pen.
It's just so this is first generation Apple Pen too, so it's very old, but I just keep it because it's very weighty and it's fun to do pencil tricks with, and when I need to fidget with something while we are talking, I have something to fidget with because I will get too distracted if I don't.
You should get drumsticks and just start learning how to do the drumstick spins. That'd be funny.
I can kind of do that. Well, fuck. Nope. Can't.
Turns off computer and stream.
And that's gonna be it for this week's episode.
Imagine if we just stopped it at that.
Yeah. Just hard cut. Like no goodbye. Just
no, not even close. Just see you later.
Matt, how has your last 2 weeks been?
Oh, not bad. Not terribly good either, but not bad. I had 2 weeks ago was a pretty low-key week. I just worked basically. Last weekend we had a little going away party for Emily, which I talked about having a going away party for her before, but then the dates got moved around a little bit, so we had another party. Yeah. So yeah, it was the Fletchers, which is my wife's family name, had a guest over who I won't say his name, but was there for the weekend, and a family friend from back in their Ontario days. So Larissa's brothers and sisters know him better than Riss does, but either way, he was down. So we hung out with him for a little bit on the weekend, kind of like a Friday, Saturday thing. And then Saturday night, they all got together at my sister-in-law's place for a few beers. And I went to my buddy Dill's to send off Emily. And we did that. And it was nice. And we got a little silly. And shout out to my buddy Kevin. Kevin and I, we're big pals. And we have this weird energy where strange things happen when we're together. Just strange things. Okay. So the first thing that was strange, we were at Beer Olympics a few months ago, And you ever like watch that Angelina Jolie movie where they can like curve bullets around walls and stuff because they can move their guns so fast and channel this like weird. Anyway, we were having a Nerf pistol duel, and we took our 3 paces, turned and stepped and side shot, and our bullets collided midair. It was incredible.
I mean,
Then
especially with like Nerf guns, because like
the total lack of accuracy
on like can't say that they're accurate at all.
Not even close. Couple mods and you can make them a little accurate, but not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pew-pewed and our bullets collided midair. It was wonderful. And then I no-look Kobe to cup. When we were playing beer pong the other day, Kevin and I straight up, he was like, "Yeah, Matt, look at me." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Boom, straight in the cup. So ultimately it was pretty sick. But so shout out Kevin, that was a pretty lit party.
Love that.
Yeah, and we just said goodbye to Emily, and now she's gone.
Well,
Bye, Emily. Great party. That was really all I did. I've been on course this week, so a lot of like reading and studying. My mind is like physically fried, but I'm very energetic from a physical perspective. So I'm like this weird weird nervous energy, but just want to sleep. That's really my energy right now. That's how the whole 2 weeks have been pretty much.
Fair.
But yeah, it's not crazy. What wasn't crazy? What else did I do? I have to have done something. We won a frisbee game on Monday night. That's pretty cool.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice.
first one. It was against the bottom team, but we take that right now. Right now, we're going to play on Monday night for the best of the losers, and it's going to be great. And hopefully, we'll win and be the best of the losers. Yeah. They always run like 2 like tournaments so that everybody gets to play for the time that they paid for at the end. So they run like 2 mini tournaments, the top 4 seeds and then the bottom 4 seeds. And then they just have a little tournament at the end. So we're kind of playing for the best of the losers. But yeah, that's really it. Nothing crazy in Matty J's town.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
But not too bad. It's time for Colton's questions. Wait, was that good, or did you want me to do something a little different?
No, that's fine.
And now the starting lineup for your Seattle Sonics. Standing 6'1", 242 pounds.
Shorter and fatter. Thank you for being generous. Thank you for being so generous.
I'll be generous every time.
Yeah. Man, I'm like really.
This is my favorite part.
The questions. Okay.
I like not knowing. I like not knowing what I'm going to get asked, and it could be like, "Are you having more children?" all the way up to, "What's your favorite soft drink?"
I just realized something. I'm going to interject right before. I also got 2 more tattoos.
Oh, true.
Earlier in the week, I now have double-digit tattoos. Huzzah!
I have engaged an artist.
Ooh, exciting!
Yep.
You want to say the artist?
Not yet. Once we have decided what we're going to do. Oh yeah, it is nice.
Cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
Break it down.
And a slice of lasagna. Cinnamon bun, slice of lasagna, bottle of wine.
Cinnamon
bun. I see.
Cinnamon bun. Yeah, they're healing right now and look kind of fucking gross. So
not really. They look pretty good.
If you could see them in person, you'd be like, why is it so dark and also so flaky?
I mean, that's tattoos.
Yeah. Just wait, Matt. You'll know the experience soon enough.
Soon. Very soon.
There we go.
Okay. Excuse me. Oh, God.
Colton is excused. Anyone who doesn't want to excuse Colton,
die.
Get out of here.
Don't die.
Maybe don't die. But get out of here for sure. Maybe die on a case by case scenario for sure.
Yeah,
but definitely don't. Definitely don't just static die. Maybe not. Maybe just die. Maybe don't though.
Maybe.
I'm ready.
What is okay? Okay. Your favorite memory of our friend group. And I put in parentheses, could be even just a video game moment, because we have mostly spent our time together playing video games together. And I didn't even think of an answer for this one, so that's kind of problematic.
This trio?
Yes, this trio.
Just us. Okay.
Just us.
Okay. You guys suck, and I don't have any favorite moments.
Oh.
JK. I could definitely do a video game and a normal, I think.
You hit it then. I got to think of
I'll start off with a little bit of a video game moment for specifically me and Drake. Well, Brosif, you weren't in the A round. Calm down.
I said a memory of our friend group, not of a friend.
Are you thinking of the Callista? Is it the Callista Thresh?
It's it's Jax. Jax.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was crazy. We clipped that and it exists in the ethos somewhere for sure. We'll find it. But it was just we were for next week maybe. I couldn't find it inside of 10 minutes now, and I don't want to fart around. But we were in an ARAM, and it was like we were kind of not winning, and we were we got this one crazy push. It was like that classic death push. You know what I mean? We had one in our game the other day where we somehow miraculously wiped the team, and then we pushed against their super minions all the way to the Nexus, and then they just spawned and wiped us. It was that, except we actually wiped them again, and we had them on the run the second time, and we were just trying to chase them down so that we could get those kills before a couple of their other teammates spawned, trying to get that little trickle chain kill going. And he's on Callista and I'm on Jax, and we just can't close the distance on this Ari, I think it was. And so he ults me, picks me up, shoots me forward. I come out of the ult with my spin up to avoid the auto attacks, and I jumped to her and stunned her. And it was just the synergy that we had in that moment was so pristine that it just could never be replicated naturally again. But that was one of my favorite gaming moments. We've also had some pretty crush kills as trios on Firelight 84 too.
So, yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah. I don't know if any of them stand out more than another for me, but yeah, we've got.
I found the clip, by the way.
Did you? Oh,
yeah.
Geez, where is it? I hope I'm accurate.
I just don't know how to do this. I don't know if we want to put this on this. I found it.
Do it.
Run it.
Worst they can say is no. You have to share your screen. Hey, everybody, I'm going to talk to you directly while Drake figures this out. Guys, we really appreciate you and your support of the Ice and Bean Network and the Cold Brew Cast Show. If you could please like and subscribe, it would mean the world to us. Engagement on the video helps us show up in other people's feeds. Greatly appreciate that. So like and subscribe at Ice and Bean Pod. And Colton's got something he wants to say too.
I was just going to say, while he's getting the clip up, I wanted to tell you about a moment with me and Drake also, since...
Oh, fun. Hey, listen, that was not exclusive on purpose.
I get it. It's fine. This one just happened recently, and it popped up in my mind. We were playing Firelight, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's just a shooter game, and you can drive vehicles in it. And I was driving... There's this bridge in the game that's pretty notorious for high activity. Oh, no. And I was driving a motorcycle or whatever you want to call it, and he was driving a car, and he hit me. And we can't do damage to each other when we're on the same team. It literally sent me 100 feet in the air, and then I landed perfectly on top of the bridge. And I was like, whoa. And we must have died laughing for 10 minutes. And then we ended up winning the game, right after it.
Yeah,
that was an interesting moment for sure.
That was a great one.
There's a lot of memories that I have of our group being late night intoxicated, just playing League or something, and some dumb shit happening, and us just dying for 20 minutes. We always be laughing when some stupid thing happens in a video game.
Before I show this, I'll do my individual ones, and I have a group one as well. Unless
Cool,
you guys
cool.
have group ones too.
No, send it.
I think my first individual one, Matt. This is a mega throwback.
Okay.
This was the entirety of the Vecna fight in that D&D campaign that you DM'd.
Dude, that's a long time ago. Great fight though.
That moment,
great fight.
Just you being him and that whole sequence was crazy.
Yeah.
That's the first. It's the first god fight I've ever had in D&D, and I've played for a very long time. I've never actually really been to an end of a campaign before. Because
that was a crazy time.
With Dad's groups, the adventures just kind of, for better or worse, they just kind of go.
Right. Yeah.
So there's fair. Obviously boss fights and stuff, and they're very intense, but it's there's going to be more after this. Whereas the Vecna fight is this is everything you have been working towards.
It was a hard fought fight too.
Yep.
It was a hard fought fight. I gave him some funny powers. This is even before Vecna was really popular in the mainstream D&D verse.
Yeah.
Because Vecna made a big appearance on Critical Role after that. This is we're so OG with our D&D. We were Vecnaing before Vecnaing was cool.
Yeah.
We actually were. True. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's really sick.
I know there's
you guys owned his ass after a while, but it was definitely very tenuous at a few moments. Yeah. Sorry. Colton, say again.
There was a moment for me that stands out that's very minor, but also I loved it. And I think it was the first time I ever met you in person, Matt, because we had talked over the internet a lot before we met in person. So this was 2019. I was working at the distribution center for alcohol, undisclosed name. And you were at Drake's birthday party.
True.
And I walk in at 12 o'clock after my night shift, and I just walk up to Drake. I walk up to Drake, I'm like, happy birthday. And I just give him a 30-pack of Stella Tall Boys as his birthday present. And that was the first time I met you. And it was just so random to just be a room full of people, beer. And that was a good moment.
At that new apartment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys were just moved in, and you didn't know. Drake didn't know. That was a good time. That was a fun memory.
God. Yeah, that was a good.
I was taking it was and I had just gotten promoted, so I was really weird about work and stuff. So I was in the bathroom every 10 minutes, taking calls from people and being So my bad for that.
That's fine.
That was a good time, though.
It was a good
time.
I was pretty wobbly that night, I think.
Yeah, I think.
I thought. Okay. Quick add on to that before you go. I thought because I had so much yeasty beer that night that the icing on the cake was cream cheese, and it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
And I was oh my god, the cream cheese icing is so good, and everyone's kind of looking at me funny.
Yeah, sure.
I was on the crafties that night, and it was just throwing the palate off for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was comical.
I'm
a menace to society, and I apologize, everyone. This is my formal apology.
My one for Colton is gonna be me trying to brush my teeth. And you just standing in the doorway, and me, I don't know why it was funny.
I was gonna mention that, but I was intoxicated in that moment big time, and it was rough.
I just brushing my teeth. I didn't know Colton was in the doorway, and I just turned and looked up from the sink with a mouthful of toothpaste and spit, and it just erupted from my mouth.
It made quite the mess. And then we just stood there laughing for it must have been 15 minutes of us just cackling.
Unreasonable time.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Like it was a moment. We had a couple of those moments though.
it's true.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
All right, we ready for this clip?
Yes. I'm excited to see it. I wasn't there. So
Here we go. We ready for this?
Watch this.
I am
Oh
playing
my
Callista. So stun from E, knock up.
Oh god.
wait, that's the whole clip?
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
like a
I've
quick little
seen
moment.
this clip.
It's a clip.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh my god, that was clean. We'll never be that clean again, dude.
We'll be that clean after this podcast when we play.
True. Actually, we're that clean all the time.
We are actually challenger.
Just
You know,
like
puff
really
your muscles
nice
out.
E stun flash, so I can still alt knock up from that.
Pick me up, send it. Glorious.
Good times.
Yeah, very good times.
Yeah.
Did you guys say you had one for both of us that you were gonna say, or are we moving?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Just this past year's D&D weekend,
True.
That was good.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was pretty decent.
just like very fond. Just being like, hell yeah,
I enjoyed being
my
out
best
in the
friends
kayaks.
hanging out.
The
was very
kayaks were a
decent.
highlight.
Yeah.
They were a highlight. They were fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure
We had a
I-
very chill D&D weekend too this year in terms of just like obviously a bunch of people couldn't make it.
yeah.
You're not watching, but yeah, we know.
Okay.
It's fine.
don't
Bunch of people
want
couldn't
to.
make it, so we had kind of a reduced size. Still was a big
Yeah.
table, but nice. You know?
Yeah, I relearned an appreciation for small groups
Mhm.
because we were able to actually get shit done
We did. We met Miss
for
Fortune.
once. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Big
Are you
stuff
coming back this year? You come back this year, Cool Town?
We'll see.
Oh, you
I
should,
hope so.
brother.
Maybe. It really depends.
That's right.
Life is kind of a jumbled mess at this moment. So
Yeah, I
don't
recognize
on
that.
anything.
I recognize that. But Larissa's coming this year, and it would be cool if you got to come
Yeah.
up and play.
I will try
with-
my
with
best.
us.
How about that?
Yeah,
Sounds
we're still like
fantastic to me.
3-4 months down the road, so
And this
Well, we're
time
good.
I know the rules. And I'll bring
Honestly, listen,
extra stuff.
listeners, listen. I'll say this. Oh, those rules.
The
comical.
cabin rules. Yeah.
Don't sweat the cabin rules. It's all good. I mean,
I didn't
we
know.
respect the cabin rules at all times,
I
but
felt
that's kind of
bad.
that's a D&D weekend rule, not a cabin rule. Don't
yeah.
sweat.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that just
I'm
slip
telling you
under
this
my
is like
radar.
I'm telling you this is like it's my thing. It's Drake's thing. Drake, you tell them the thing.
Oh, it's just like there's just a lot of things that like slip under my radar because I'm just like so accustomed to like this is how things are
Yeah.
that I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Which is
I thought you were
unfortunate.
talking about the rules of Dungeons and Dragons, and I'll pivot the subject just because of the weirdness. But I thought you were talking about the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. It's
Oh.
comical. And I was going
No.
to say that you actually play
Quite well.
extremely well.
Yeah.
Me?
And I mean,
Yeah.
no,
I made
mean
some
that.
aggressive moves. My
I
brother.
am
Yeah, but that's your
Drake. How many hours of D&D DMing do you think we have between us?
Oh, I mean, I'm quite low on the DMing side, but
Fair
like realistically, what I've done for D&D weekend is what I've pretty much done.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you ran more games. Anyway, all
forever
that to
player,
say,
never a DM.
forever DM, never a player, except on D&D weekend, which is why it's so important to me.
Mm,
Okay, I have like 5K hours because all I do when I'm playing D&D is DMing. And
Yeah.
I've been playing for like, what is it, 8 years now and 9 years now, and was playing like before Ellie was born, was playing like 3 days a week for like 4 hours a day kind of stuff. Like we were doing some real D&Ding. So I can say this with confidence and a resume that supports the statement. You're a great D&D player and you should come back.
yeah.
Okay.
Seconded by Drake, who is a forever player, but that shouldn't invalidate his opinion either. Anyway, thanks for being a good player, and you should really come back.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
It'd be fun.
I will. I will if I can.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I will if I can. I will if I can is my current position as well. I'm just intending. I am intending to come.
This is just
Yeah,
super random. I think if you do come this year, I think we're gonna make your own character also.
Deal.
I'm
Yes, sir.
just like a lot of people are being benched right now. for obvious reasons. There are some characters that I think will come back at some point, so I'm not writing their storylines out completely, but I have kind of just basically, in terms of story and the greater plot of the campaign, have written out just a lot of other characters, just because I know that they're not coming back.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah,
it just changes how I want to do things, which is also okay. But yeah, I think I want to make your own character for it, so you can start having a connection that isn't just based off of somebody else's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, we got time for one more question before we wrap up.
Oh man, I know.
I think so. Let's send it.
One more question makes me want to make it a bajanger, but
that
I
was
don't really
that actually
have,
was a bajanger question.
That was the strong question, right? The rest of the questions are just kind of random.
Oh, didn't you have a? Oh no, you already did. Never mind.
What?
No, it was nothing. It was already completed.
Oh man, none of these questions are super strong. What is your favorite movie and why?
Okay, that's a good question.
Of all time.
I actually just changed my favorite movie.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, and this is going to be comprehensive, forgive me.
For the longest time.
I have a favorite movie. It is Top Gun Maverick.
Ooh.
I had a favorite movie that, and it's really two movies, but we're going to call it a movie because it's in 2 volumes, which was Kill Bill's volumes 1 and 2. Now, I love Tarantino. Tarantino has a special place in my heart and always will. We actually have like very similar personalized interests, which might sound silly to you, but because I don't know him. So how would I know that his and our interests align? But watched a lot of interviews in my time because Kill Bill is a hyper fixation of mine. So like we watched a lot of the same TV. He watched it all when it came out. I watched it all on rerun, but like we watched Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, which we talked about in a few episodes ago. Go check that out. I think it's episode 4, maybe. So Tarantino loves Kung Fu: The Legend Continues and brought a bunch of that energy into Kill Bill and cast David Carradine, who played Kwai Chang Caine as Bill, and it was paid a lot of homage to those movies and the Mexican spaghetti western / like East Asian crossover flavor is really like something that I'm very into. And so is Tarantino. So a lot of his like films I've always really loved. And Kill Bill, the way that it meshed a bunch of IPs, like content from IPs from like my childhood, it's been my favorite for a long time. That being said, just got removed and put in the second position by Top Gun Maverick. And we'll do another reassessment in a few years and see if Kill Bill needs to come back. But I am deep dived heavily on the Maverick scene right now, and it is incredible. I just showed it to Riss last night actually, and she cried because it is very good.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Have either of you watched?
No,
yet.
I haven't yet. No,
you should. It's on Netty right now. It's definitely worth it because it's a big. Watch a couple clips though, even because it's like really cool because so like all of I don't know what you don't know or what you do know. So I'm not mansplaining. I'm gonna stop even using that term. But I am so there is no visual. I'm sure there are some small visual touch-ups and things like that, but all of the flying is filmed either inside of a cockpit of a bird that's in the air, or they have a secondary F-18 modified, or they have a couple of camera planes that fly behind the aerial maneuvers, and they film it all live, which is crazy talk. So when they're pulling G's and stressing through and all the planes and all of the formations that you're seeing are live fighter pilots actually flying those maneuvers, and it's really, really cool. So yeah, that's my favorite movie.
Hell yeah.
Fair. Do you want to go, Drake? Because I know my favorite movie. It's been the same for like 15 years.
Fair.
So yeah.
I would say mine is split between 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can pick a favorite of both.
Go for it
out
then.
of either of them. My top two movies are Across the Universe, which is Vietnam War Beatles musical-esque movie.
Sick.
That's
Sounds kind of
very
decent.
good. Yep. And The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Also,
Okay.
one of my favorite movies of all time. Don't know why. Wish there was more of it. Probably came out a few years too early for it to be super popular.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I've actually never watched either, but is it good?
Yeah.
What's
your favorite movie good?
What's a synopsis? It was yeah.
It's sort of
Is
like
there
a
like a
heist.
synopsis or?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched it, but it's like
it's a Sean Connery.
Connery. Yeah, like old
Oh,
Sean
damn.
Connery. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll watch it.
It's just very good.
Oh, Tony Curran. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. What about you, Colton D?
My favorite movie ever is 300, the original one.
You know what, bro? That's actually a big contender for my top 5.
And it's like, I just love that like era. I love the speeches. I love the actors. They were well chosen. I rewatched it recently, and honestly, like it's not bad for a rewatch, even though it was filmed a long time ago. The only downside to the whole movie is like a lot of the fight scenes are filmed in the dark because that makes it, cheaper for production essentially. But like, I love that movie. I love it.
I actually do too.
The final scene where he throws the spear and like takes that guy's earrings off and stuff, like all crazy, man. And then the second one falls off.
It definitely does. It definitely does.
But the original movie, Tonight We Dine in Hell, like that is crazy.
It's classic.
I have yelled that multiple times in different scenarios because I just love that movie. So
some of my favorite moments in life are when, and this has happened twice, when I'll be like, Spartans, what is your profession? And some random person will be like, oh, and I'll be like, you.
Yeah.
I do love that movie. I will say
those moments, and then also the final charge of the Riders of Rohan. Though that speech is like,
dude, there are some speeches that I've got in the bag, and that is okay. What do we got? 58 minutes. Okay, I can hit a question. Top number 1 movie speech of all time for you.
Oh,
it's easy for me. I can go first if you want. I'll give you a minute. So I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. Right? You know what I'm talking about? A day may come when the courage of men fail, and we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship.
Yep.
An age of wolves.
This is
shattered shields. There's the age of men come crashing down, but it is not this day. Aragorn in front of the Black Gate.
Yep.
And it just simply finishes with a for Frodo. It can't be better than that, bro. For Frodo with the quintessential turn back and then a lean into the run. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
So for me, Leonidas' speeches are definitely up there. But I think, and it's no particular speech that he gives, but I think one of the most like powerful characters talking wise to me in a movie is Samuel L. Jackson and Coach Carter. Because I think that he really plays that character so crazy good. Yeah. So that's like also one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Coach Carter's probably like a top 20 for me, but it's good.
Like, there's some sports movies are like but like some sports movies really hit. Like The Longest Yard, that was a great movie.
Dude, that's so good, man. Oh, what is that the one? Is that the what's the football movie where the coach blindfolds the guy and makes him carry his buddy on his back? in a crab crawl all the way down, and he's like the leader of the team, but he won't step up himself and actually work. It's not the longest yard, but
I don't remember, but I know
whatever
what
that
scene you're
is, that's
talking about.
lit too.
Yeah.
That's a lit scene.
And now I'm kind of questioning it because I'm like, is the longest yard the one that I'm thinking it is? So there's one where it's like Big Mike gets adopted by the family. That's not the one I'm talking. That's the longest yard. Okay, the one that I'm talking. The one that I'm talking about is the one where it's like there's like WWE wrestlers and stuff in jail, and they make like a jail football team, and like I don't know how.
We're way out in left field now, but that's fine.
Oh yeah.
It's a great place to be, left field.
Yeah.
Drake, you got a speech?
I would say probably the. I think the Riders of Rohan one is probably up there for me, or the dude's speech in fucking. Why can't I think of the movie's name?
What does he say?
I'm drawing many blanks. Big Lebowski. That's the movie.
Oh,
I see. I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah.
I've heard of that movie.
Yo, you gotta watch The Big Lebowski. That's a classic.
I have a very specific subset of movies that I like to watch on repeat. So
valid.
I don't really watch anything else unless it's a significant recommendation. Like I try and watch movies after 2 or more people have recommended them to me, if they're recommended independently of one another, not 2 people in the same conversation.
I see.
That's my okay, I'm gonna go watch that movie now. So The Big Lebowski that's number 1. So as soon as I get a number 2, actually I'll probably watch it because you said so, but I'll speed up the process.
Cute. Expedited. Just for Drake. All right.
Expedition.
Is this what we're calling it? Because I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. Let's call it. Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate you. Do not forget to like and subscribe, as mentioned earlier. It really helps us out. Get these faces on some algorithms. I think we are looking at maybe making the show a bi-weekly thing instead of a weekly thing during the summer. So keep that in mind. That may be something that you see happen, but we'll post on Instagram, which you should follow us on so you can keep up to date at Ice and Bean Pod. It's a legacy name. We're not getting rid of it. Like it or not, it's the Ice and Bean Network now. We love you guys. Shout out to our super fans. Anything that you guys want to leave the fans with before we go?
Don't forget to tell us Drizzy or Kenny.
True. Yeah. Please comment Drizzy or Kenny in the comments section so we know where you stand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because if it even thank you, brother. Yeah, if it even remotely looks like Drake, you probably just shouldn't even put it in the comments. Just kidding. Honesty is the best policy. Thanks everybody. Have a great night. Tuesday. Special teams, special plays, special players signing off.
See y'all later.
279th pick of the draft. I hate end recording. Tuesday.